that will be asking questions to is Nikki, who represents HDSB. So our first question is, how has the HDSB accommodated to the strain of doing classes online, as people often experience burnout?
So the HDSB has done a couple of things, although of course there's always more that could be done to help students. So they've promoted teachers giving students break during the long online classes, just to get away from the computer screen and not feel like you're just doing work for 3 hours straight, as well as allowing teachers to distribute the final 30% for high school students in a way that works for the class, as well as getting rid of exams altogether so that they don't have this daunting huge chunk of their grade just in 1 or 2 assignments at the end. And they've also encouraged leniency regarding due dates wherever it's possible for teachers, as well as from school to school, what mental health clubs and initiatives that students or teachers are running vary. So for example, at my school, GDHS, there's a mental wellness club that meets every Friday after school. So yeah.
Yeah, that definitely sounds great. And I'm sure there's a huge impact on students' well-being after those initiatives. So have you seen a change in the amount of people wanting to go in person versus online due to mental health over the quadrimesters?
So this is kind of like a yes and no thing. So there's not a great deal of data surrounding this point. So whether it's due to a lack of confidence in the safety at schools or over mental health concerns, it's just individual to students. But from the majority of students that I've talked to personally, they really want to be back in the classroom and having that social interaction with their friends, but they just want it to be safe. So it's understandable that a lot of students might want to pull out of the classroom to feel physically safe, but there are a lot of students that are at home that really want to get back into the classroom so that they can just feel like they have a sense of normalcy again.
Yeah, that's definitely understandable. And I know that me and a lot of my friends have switched from in-person to virtual due to concern over the safety in schools, and then switches from online to in-person like I've done for mental health reasons or just wanting that piece of social interaction. So our next question is, what are some initiatives specifically that the HSB has implemented in order to support youth having a hard time coping with COVID-19?
So there's a lot of them that vary from school to school, like I said before. So even just schools personally increasing the amount of guidance appointments or trying to make their guidance counselors more available just to talk about their mental health. So that could depend on the school. And then also the schoolwork related things that I mentioned before as well. But Halton has hosted multiple mental health information sessions for both parents and students so that parents can kind of try and grab more of an understanding of how to help their students throughout the pandemic, as well for students to get some more information on what they can do to support their own mental health. As well, the HDSB has revamped the mental wellness portion of the HDSB website, so it separates student and parent resources, as well as increase the range of resources listed that can also be specific to a student's personal identity, as well as a more in-depth information of what mental health is and what it means to be mentally well. And then just maybe in a non-COVID related view, there's still a lot of mental health initiatives that are going on within the board. So right now there's a mental health awareness campaign that I'm a part of. So we're trying to improve students' knowledge of what mental health is and what resources are available to them and what might reaching out for those resources look like. So hopefully that is launched soon. And then they also have a 4-year plan that's been recently unveiled, and mental health is a really big part of that, as well as targeting discrimination and how that impacts a student's mental health. So yeah.
Thank you for sharing. I think that's really great information, and it's really important for like all the students here to acknowledge the fact that there are, you know, resources out there that are specific to students in the HDSB. I think we can now move on to our Q&A. We have